It's your boy K-Dog.
And Josh.
Oh boy, did WWE fumble this? Did they?
Yeah, 100%.
What are we talking about?
Karrion Kross.
Obviously, the title says so, right? Title says exactly.
But not just Karrion Kross, Scarlett too.
But mainly Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's take a step back here for a moment for anyone who doesn't know what's really been going on. Karrion Kross. We'll go through the history of Karrion Kross in this video, where he's in TNA, unhappy with his position in TNA. WWE decides to sign him, goes to NXT under Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They make him big. They make him an NXT World Champion. They tutelage him all the way to the top. Then comes to the main roster, and mind you, this is at the time where Vincent Kennedy McMahon was still running the company and head of creatives. Fumbles the ball with him, fails miserably with him, makes him the worst thing you've ever seen, fires him. Then Triple H comes into head of creatives, tells Vince, I want to use him. Vince says no. Triple H makes an argument as to why, brings him back, failed miserably, gets released again. Then when Triple H took over completely, brings him back, failed a bit at the beginning, then put him in with the Authors of Pain and Paul Ellering as the Final Testament. Became very over with the Final Testament. People were cheering.
I don't know if they became very over.
People were cheering the Final Testament. Before, they weren't giving him anything.
Yeah.
So, when he was over there, the Author of the Pain got released, which, to me, it will hurt me a bit, because I love the Authors of Pain, but that's fine.
They're great.
They are. But then Karrion was lost in the shuffle for a bit. They didn't know what to do with Karrion.
He's been lost in the shuffle for years.
I know, but after he left the Final Testament, because Karrion Kross and Paul Ellering were released,
I know.
He was lost in the shuffle.
I mean, I will say they gave him a WrestleMania match, and he deserved that.
Right.
But then he lost it.
Right. But because being lost in the shuffle, They didn't do much with him. Then all of a sudden they decided, you know what, let's give him something that's very useful, which was Devil's Advocate, the devil on your shoulder. And people fell in love with that gimmick. They wanted more of the Devil's Advocate, that little devil on your shoulder gimmick. They wanted more. They praised him. They put him over. They gave him everything. The fans
feel like...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But I still feel like he would have been way more over if they actually gave him a push. And he's the devil on your shoulder, but he also wins. That would have been better than him losing every feud.
Yes. Now, when he was with that gimmick, most over wrestler next to LA Knight, Jey Uso, and, the new rebranding of Roman Reigns. That should tell you something. But what did WWE do? Seriously, tell me. What did WWE do at that moment?
Ball?
How badly did they drop the ball? How badly?
Like if you had the winning shot in an NBA championship game and you missed, airballed it. That is how bad they dropped the ball.
Exactly.
Like missing a touchdown pass that's right at the goal line.
Exactly. Where were they? Oh yeah, they were going so well with him. Where was it that he was going so well? I'm trying to think here. Oh yeah, when he was doing the whole Wyatt Six thing and trying to get the Miz to, fall for his tricks and the Wyatt Six, then he went over, tried to put something with Chad Gable, then back to the Miz. Something good there, right? Right? Wasn't it?
It was good.
But what did WWE do to capitalize on the finish of it?
Nothing. Not a single thing.
Then where did he go?
Sami Zayn.
But before Sami, he went somewhere else.
Oh, AJ.
What did they do there after?
Buried him.
Exactly. And the fans' reception was, we want Kross still. Then he went to who?
Sami Zayn.
And that match, tell you this, that match that he had with Sami, wrong winner, wrong time. Didn't need to happen.
Wrong winner on all fronts. Whole feud, he could have at least gotten one win. They didn't give him 1 win. He went 3-0. Sammy got 3 wins over him. Are we even calling Sammy an underdog at this point? He wins more than he loses.
Right. Now, did Sammy need to win those?
No.
Would it have hurt Sammy if he would have lost that
No.
feud?
In fact, it probably would have elevated everyone involved.
Exactly. Turn Sammy heel, make Kross the new guy. Win-win for everyone. Win-win.
And Sammy finally gets a World Heavyweight Championship.
He's still going to get one, but at what cost?
I just feel like he's going to get booed when he wins it at this point. I feel like people are sick of the baby face Sammy.
Right. But we're not here to talk about Sammy. We're here to talk about Kross. Like here's another big telltale that WWE failed on.
Yeah.
When they were at SummerSlam, they didn't do the press conference anymore. If they decided to do a post-show panel, fine. I'm all for it. Crowd behind us, behind Triple H, Big E, and Joe Tessitore, were chanting, "We want Kross." What was Triple H's response? Tell me, what was Triple H's response to "We want Kross"?
I don't even want to say it. But he ignored them.
He didn't ignore them. He responded to them. Oh, he responded.
He said, "Oh, you want Brock? We gave you Brock." That's not what the fans were saying. And no one wants Brock.
There are people that do want Brock, and there are people that don't. He's in the middle, but that's for another video, for another whatever. But you see where Triple H screwed up there? They tried to disapprove and disacknowledge the fans right behind him chanting "We want Kross," and instead say, "You got Brock. Come on." And then even so, Karrion Kross went on a shoot promo, which became the most viewed interview of all time out of a wrestler outside of a WWE interview.
In the CM Punk interview.
And then check this out. He became the #1 best-selling merch in WWE shop and the #1 best-selling merch on his own merch.
Yeah.
Should that not be enough for WWE? Because wasn't the old rules in pro wrestling is if you make them money, your merch is selling, you're the reason that they bought a ticket to put their asses in the seat. Aren't you supposed to get the rocket put on you?
Yes.
Isn't that the old saying?
Yes.
So
because if you make yourself undeniable, if you grab the brass ring, you're supposed to get the push. You know, they just pushed him. They pushed him, but they pushed him off a cliff.
No. They didn't just push him off a cliff. Pushing off a cliff will be an understatement. They picked him up and chucked him over that cliff.
And tied him up on the way down.
Oh no, that means they saved him. They didn't save him for nothing. So WWE completely failed on all fronts. On all fronts with Karrion Kross. But there is one saving grace to all of this. They offered him a contract. He took the contract, but he didn't sign it, but he took it. What do you think? What do you guys think is in this contract? What do you think? Because we know he took it, but didn't sign it, but he took it. What do you think?
I don't know what could have been in this contract, but I know why he didn't sign it. He didn't sign it because he didn't think it was being used properly.
Obviously, we know that, but he took the contract anyways. So where do you think it's going to go now? Because
I really don't know. If it's a lot of money, maybe it's about the money for him. Maybe he doesn't care. But a part of me feels like he can get the same amount of money in a different promotion and, make a bigger impact.
Well, here's a problem. AEW has stated they will not sign former WWE wrestlers for reasons of...
Some of them they're willing to.
No.
Some of them they aren't.
Tony Khan already said...
He's selective. He didn't say no to everything.
He did after, because he said because of the backlash he gets for signing him, he goes, for a time being, we're not signing any WWE wrestlers.
I feel like this would be the exception.
But then you have TNA that already threw out an offer, but he said no.
Karrion's not necessarily just a WWE wrestler. He cut his teeth, he made his name in TNA.
But he turned down TNA when they offered him when his contract was up.
Because they're partnering with WWE. It'd basically be like working for WWE.
That or WWE already gave him a contract and he took it, but he didn't sign it. So it's like he's telling him, I'll think about it.
What is there to think about, though, when your career has gone nowhere and you're literally making insane shoot promos? what is there to do left in the company? What do you think they're going to do after seeing all that? They're going to bury him further. There's no point. There's no future for Karrion Kross in this specific, there's no future for him in the WWE. I think he needs to go elsewhere, and I think he needs to find a bigger promotion or a semi-bigger promotion and make an even bigger impact there. Big fish, small pond.
Yeah, but the problem there then lies is he's not gonna go where his popularity is. It's probably gonna hurt him. If anything, it will hurt him. I will tell you that.
I don't think so.
Oh, it will. But
look at how long the Bucks were on the indie scene. Look at Matt Cardona. He's making money hand over fist on the indie scene.
Right, but there's a difference here. The fans.
Can't you see it? Killer Kross, Bloodsport, GCW.
Right, but he's different because the fans are going to then move on because they go, well, if he didn't care, why should we? That's the kind of perception that'll go on with him. But WWE literally needs to hear the fans. They need to listen. Go to Kross and be like, we gave you this contract, yes, but we will do one. We'll do you one better. We'll do you one better. You know what we'll do? You wanted this, we'll give you this. You wanted that, we'll give you this. The fans want to hear you. Go ahead. We will see. We will give you the ball and see, can you actually run with it? Because we don't think you can. But let's give you a chance. At least see and prove us wrong, which I believe.
I don't.
Karrion Kross will be prove WWE wrong, 100%.
He would, but I don't think they're willing to give him the ball, and I don't think they're willing to give him the shot. And it's because we're in this new era where the WWE has made a lot of money already, and they only care about bottom line. They don't care about the fans, and they specifically don't care about anyone but the casual viewer, because it's about money hand over fist instead of product and quality.
But it's the old saying, you're the one that's making them the money, you're the top merch seller, you're the reason their butts are in the seats. Hello? They're making money off of him hand over fist.
But that doesn't always mean anything. You know what I mean? There's been guys that make tons of money merch selling. Like, R-Truth at one point was top merch seller. Where is he right now on the card?
Oh, this one was because R-Truth chose to want to be there. That's on him. He's okay with it. But Kross, on the other hand, was upset about it. The fans wanted more.
He wants to be a main eventer, then he's got to go elsewhere and come back. I don't see it any other way.
This is the Claudio Castagnoli, formerly Cesaro in WWE. When he was so over, Vince immediately said, nope, back of the line with you. And then once his contract was up, I don't want to re-sign you because you got yourself over on your own.
It almost feels like a Christian situation.
Well, it's not Christian. It's more Claudio. Because remember, Claudio got over on...
But it also feels like a Christian situation. He's got unlimited potential and talent.
Well, Christian didn't get himself over. He was just there. Claudio got
I would argue Christian got over in the 2012s.
Right, but Claudio was so over. He was like Karrion Kross level over, and Vince said no. And then once his contract was up, he literally just said, nope, you're gone. Bye. I don't want you. And he gave out his reason to him. Because remember, Claudio mentioned it. The reason he was released. Because Vince said, you got yourself over and I don't like that. That was Vince. Now, Triple H and TKO are doing exactly the same crap to Karrion Kross.
It's similar in that regard. I do think that Karrion needs to go elsewhere, as I've said. I don't think him coming back to WWE is a good thing unless they have serious plans for him. And I thought they had serious plans for him when they brought him back the first time, when he attacked Drew McIntyre in 2022. Or it was 2023.
That was the second time he came back.
Yeah. And he had the leather jacket. He was doing the TikTok. It was awesome.
The TikTok thing was amazing. Go look at Dutch Mantel. Dutch Mantel says very little things impress him with today's wrestling, and he was giddy over TikTok. Should tell you something.
I don't know why they got rid of that part of his gimmick. The hourglass was such a cool aesthetic with Scarlett. And let's talk about that for a second. Dropping the ball on nearly one of the most interesting valets in professional wrestling. You have Scarlett.
Exactly.
And she can also wrestle. Why aren't we seeing Scarlett wrestle?
Exactly. She would. Speaking of valets, you take a look at Sensational Sherry. Look at Sunny. Look at Miss Elizabeth. You put Scarlett in that same category. Hands down.
She's iconic. And more importantly, she can wrestle. Why aren't they letting her wrestle?
Exactly.
She could be just as over as Kross.
This is the Lana situation where Lana could wrestle, they chose not to, and then what happened? People didn't care about Lana.
And then when they did let her wrestle, they nerfed her abilities.
Exactly. The same thing with Scarlett. People are like, Kross, and wait, where's Scarlett? Oh yeah, she's second fiddle to Kross. Because they dropped the ball on not letting her wrestle.
If any of you watched TNA, when Killer Kross and Smoke Show Scarlett were on TNA, you know that Scarlett can put on a good match.
Oh, 100%. That's why I put her in the same category as Miss Elizabeth, Sensational Sherry, and Sunny. Come on, she deserves to be up there as far as valet/wrestler.
And she deserves a chance to wrestle, man. It's baffling to me that they have two, arguably what could be two of the biggest stars in the company, and they're just sitting on their asses.
Yeah, they're sitting ducks, essentially.
It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Paul Heyman was talking on an interview recently about how he compared Karrion Kross and how the fans are reacting to one Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I don't know if that is where, that is headed, but, Paul Heyman's a smart guy. So for him to give that kind of praise means there's something there.
Well, if you remember the Austin 316 promo, the fans were more over and turned towards Austin more than anyone in the long period since the Hogan winning the title. So if you're putting that there, Kross got that same exact reception as soon as he got his whole new persona.
Yeah, but the big issue right now is, even if they do bring back Kross, are they actually going to push him? Because there's no point in bringing him back if you're not going to push him.
No, the best thing you're going to get from him is, again, be that devil on the shoulder, devil's advocate to some random mid-carder. Enjoy. I feel like that's it. But we could be wrong.
The other thing is, you come back and they actually give you a push, and then what if you blow the push, right? And I don't think he would. But at the same time, a lot of people talk about his in-ring ability. And I think he's pretty good. But I also think he's still got ways to go in that regard, as far as becoming a main eventer and becoming undeniable. On the mic, absolutely undeniable. But in the ring, he's a work in progress in certain regards.
He's improved a lot. Watch him.
Yeah.
Watch him in his days in TNA till now. My God, this guy knows psychology 101 like a veteran.
But he doesn't bump that much.
But again, psychology 101, and his psychology level is as much of a veteran, and that's what gets him amazing in the ring, and why fans, that includes Dave Meltzer, the guy who doesn't do well with ratings anymore, he's lost his touch since the 2000s, gives Kross no less than 3.5 every time, and he always praises and says psychology is the number one thing. Fans always give him praise in the ring.
I just find some of his matches to be predictable in that regard. I believe that he can be great, but I feel like the booking is the problem. Because yes, he has good in-ring work. Not great, but good. And
I would say great.
And incredible mic work. But if you don't have like the machine behind you, you're going to go nowhere. You're going to go absolutely nowhere. And right now, it's the little engine that has no engine.
Well, he has an engine, but they're just not pushing it.
I want them to actually take and give Karrion the opportunity. Give him the ball. See what happens with it. Because in NXT, he was great. So
yes, he was.
I feel like there just isn't... They just don't care enough to give him a shot. And I think maybe if they did, we'd feel a little bit differently. That said, that's a lot of pressure. They finally give you the ball. That there's a saying by one Bryan Danielson that fans are fickle. Fans are very fickle. And so, what happens when they give Karrion a push and then they move on to the next guy?
Oh, this one will be different. I guarantee you. Give him the ball, fans will be more receptive towards him. They will cheer him more than they ever have. I guarantee you. But what I'm going to close this off with, make Karrion Kross great again.
I'm not going to say that.
What, you don't think they should make him great again?
I'm not going to say that because of the slogan. And I'm not getting into this. The Karrion Kross, give him a chance. That's what I say.
Make Karrion Kross great again. WWE, if any of you are stumbling across this video, make him great again. Make him what he is. Listen to the fans and screw you and screw your little closed minds. The fans are what make you the money, not what you think. So make Kross great again. Yeah.
The fans do make the money for the company, but the company is more worried about Netflix deals right now.
Obviously, that's all they care about. Like, I will talk to you guys from one guy who's talked to many indie owners, who's talked to many wrestlers who are close to independent owners, and they know the bottom dollar comes from your fans sitting. I've talked to indie owners that know pro owners that have said that the same thing is, what is our bottom dollar? What the fans want. But at the same time doing it to our direction, which is what WWE has failed on all levels with Kross. So make Kross great again. Exactly. Anyways, if you guys love Karrion Kross, well, watch this video. You like Karrion Kross? You must like this video. Anyways, you know the drill. Smash that thumbs up button, comment,
like and share.
And remember, as always, enjoy life, keep on collecting, and we'll see y'all for another video.
Peace.